Welcome back to our second half of European Study Talk. If you are interested in pattern making, or if you are going to study any fashion related, cosmetic making related, you must follow our session with our Académie Internationale de Coupe de Paris. We have Amandine, Christine, and Yoshida here for us tonight. Let's welcome them.
Okay, so we are here to present you our school. Our school is AICP, Académie Internationale de Coupe de Paris. And we are a fashion school for clothing pattern makers and drapers. And we exist since 1830. Some word about our history. ICP was founded in 1830, as I said, and we have our own geometric construction methodology. It's the Daroux-Vauclair methodology, and since 1830 we are specialized in clothing construction in all sectors of fashion. Here is some numbers about our school. So as I said, we exist in 1830, so we have 190 years of existence and of experience. We have about 10,000 graduates around the world and about 300 students per year. We have also partner companies, and we have actually two campuses, one in Paris and one in Tashkent in Uzbekistan. It's a partnership in Uzbekistan. Here is our three main activities, but today we will focus on initial education, but we also have a publishing department and a collection development. So about our initial education, here is our training program. We have three main training program, one foundation years. Our main training program is International Technical Fashion Design, and it's in 2 years. And we have a third year of specialization. So about our training program, it's an intro to technical fashion design. And you can have it in two options. You have the complete training or the intensive training. The complete training is 8 to 11 months full-time study program, including 3 to 6 months internship. And the intensive training, it's a 3 months full-time study program without internship. And in this training program, you will learn the basics that you need to construct a cloth and to have the skills that you need to clothing construction and assembly. And it is necessary to have this training program to follow our other training programs. So here is our main training program, International Technical Fashion Design. It's a certified diploma by the French government. And for international students, the only option is the full-time training program. So it's a 12 months full-time study program with a 3 to 6 months internship. In this program, you will learn partnership, n'importe quoi. You will learn pattern making, draping, and advanced pattern making, clothing assembly and fabrication methodology. You will have also English courses, CAD lecture courses, and sourcing documents courses. You have 3 months of pattern making, and then 3 months of draping, and then 3 months of advanced pattern making, and then you go to internship in a company. Then if you want to continue your training program, we have years of specialization. You have 2 options. The first one is the technical fashion design and creative design. It's 1 year in alternating internships. So you are 2 days at school and 3 days in a company. And this training program is dedicated to individual creativity, and you will learn advanced draping and pattern making techniques. You will learn methodology and practical research for technical assembly solution. You will learn also CAD, English, supply chain, marketing, and management. And about this program, we have some photos of our students' creation. It's the creation that they do for their final exam. So you have some photo here and here. And I will come back to the specialization, because we have now a new option for the last year. It's the product development managers, and it's 7 months full-time study program, including 2 months internship. And I will let Christine present you this program.
Hello, nice to be with you. For us, it's beginning of the afternoon, but for you, it's already the evening. So thank you to be with us. So I just explained what is a manager as a product developer. You know, it's very important because it's a person at the center of the company. This person is in relationship with all the departments of a company. He has to know, to have very good knowledges for garment construction. That's the plus, and that's the reason why AICP is developing these courses. You have to follow the products from the creation until the distribution. So you have to manage the production, the marketing, the management, communication, and so on. So it's very complete. And during the 7 months of what spoke Amandine, you will learn all day long, 35 hours per week, all this notion to be a very good manager for product developer. I think I resume. It's a sum up.
Yep.
It's good.
So if I continue with the presentation, so here is the creation of our students. And here you have a testimony of one of our students in 2018. So she said that she chose ICP because she liked technical knowledge and had a lot to learn at ICP, and she improved a lot during his formation. Here is a focus about the fashion profession that you learn at ICP. So you have some example, but there is a lot of other profession. We have put here the main profession. Yeah, and after the presentation, it's about the continuity education for the company, but it's not really for you. So maybe I will skip this part. And here is about our publishing department. So we have a specialist praise and technical books. And for example, the 12 technical books are the books that are used by our teacher during the course. And you can, if you want, buy it, but it's not the subject today.
No, but what is interesting that we took the decision to be digital. since 2 days. And so when it will be ready, we will let you know. And you can look about MT2 magazine by digital. And it will be very interesting for you if you like fashion and technique of fashion.
Yeah. And that's it, our contact. But if you have any question, there is a question box, I think. So you can ask question and we will answer to you.
Thank you, Amandine and Christine, for introduce the ICP for us. So let's welcome the questions from our audience. Please feel free to leave your message in the Q&A box. First of all, Amandine, could you please probably explain what will be the application requirement? For example, what should student prepare for? What will be the procedure in general?
For international student?
Yes.
Okay, so the first step is to take contact with us and to send us the CV and a book. And then we will contact the person and there will be a little interview to understand if our training is for him, her, and if she or he choose the right school, the right training, and so on. And if everything is okay, and if she or he choose the right formation, then the next step is to come in Paris.
Do they have to submit, for example, like language certificates? Do they need any diploma or?
We don't ask language certificate, but the students have to understand French and speak French,
Right.
because the training are in French.
It's very important to speak French because it's not only for the school, but first in France, most of the people, they don't speak English, especially in the companies. And when they will do internship, they will know and speak French with the collaborators in the companies. So it's for the school, but it's also for internship and professional future.
Mm-hmm. So in that way, does an applicant have to submit a French test proof when they are applying for the ICP?
You know, we understand very, very rapidly when we speak in interview with the future students. It's not a problem.
As for the internship, as you mentioned, it's mandatory. And does is there any career support or is there any career center to support international students to find internship, like locally or like internationally?
Yeah, we have two persons in charge of the internship, and we help students to find their internship in France.
And we have companies which are our partner.
Mm-hmm.
And we see what is the best for the student and for the company. We try mostly to make a wedding in the good sense between both. And it could be internship in all the sector of fashion. It could be in luxury, in couture, designers, could be prêt-à-porter, could be everything. It's not only one specialization, it's everywhere. And it depends of what the company wants as competence of students. And it depends also of what wants the student.
So since we are talking about the career support in general for international students, does any people or there'll be sector to help them to get for example, to get used to the environment there, or is any people who can give them advice to find a housing or to get used to the life in France?
We can give some information. We don't have a special companies with who we work, but we can give information. You know, Mrs. Yoshida is in AICP, especially for Asian students. So she take care of them from the first day to the last day of their stay in AICP. So they are not alone. And because we know that when you come from the other part of the world,
right,
it's difficult first, and for the parents, it's very difficult too. And so Mrs. Yoshida is there to manage everything for them.
Yes, I can.
Oh, probably, yeah. Since we mentioned this, can we probably invite Miss Yoshida to probably let talk about what would be the general challenges or difficulties when international students arrive in France. Mostly, what would be the situation they will face, or the first challenge they are facing when they get into ICB, like based on your experience.
Okay, the main difficulty is speaking in French.
C'est tout. Only this one. Only.
It's only this one.
So before they arrive, or before they apply for, or before they are enrolled in ICB, they should basically learn some French. So what would be the minimum level would you suggest in order to help them to get used to the campus or courses right away, right after they arrive with ICB? Like B2, C1.
Yeah, the best is to have a B1 level, because if it's less, it will be complicated for the student to learn at the school and to speak with the other students. Here at ICP we speak English, but the courses are in French, so this is the difficulty.
What is important to know, we just spoke with Mr. Vauclair and Mrs. Yoshida, that in ICP, there is every year some students from Taiwan. So they are not alone. They are with the same nationality.
Right.
So it's very important. It's about 5 to 10 students from Taiwan every year.
Yes.
They got the alumni. No, they're alumni. They're kind of like Taiwanese network, which they can seek support for.
We have an alumni network, but it's not divided by country. It's a global one.
Of course.
But I think they don't need us for that. I think when they meet together, all nationalities are doing their own collaboration and own community.
Right. That's true. Okay, so for since you provide a foundation year for those without any relative background, is there any age limitation for foundation year or for any program at ICP?
No, there is no maximum age.
The minimum is 18.
18.
Okay, yeah, at least to have a high school diploma.
Yes, exactly.
I think Christine also introduced another new, it's kind of relative new program, which is product development management. Is it only for like products or a commerce in fashion industry, or would it be like the product in many kind of industry?
You know, in all the companies, they need somebody to manage the product, the development of products. In each company, there is minimum one. And they need now, it's a new need from the company. They need now somebody not only from commercial parts, but essentially to know the garment, how to do a garment. It's very important. And it's the reason why we developed that. And so this person is in contact in the company, from the creation with the stylists until the distribution, the boutique or the shop, merchandising. And he has to know everything because he has to speak and to take and decide direction with everybody. And at the end, he's a coordinator in a company which all the departments. So you have to know everything. You have to learn marketing, you have to learn management, merchandising, everything you need, and production, sourcing too,
Right.
where to find the manufacturers, what are the buttons, which price. So you have to develop every competencies in the company, in the center, and with all the department and the responsible of each department. So it's not a new job. It's a job which is now changing of competencies, and it's very, very interesting. But you have to speak a good French for that. Because you have a lot of courses which are explained. It's not only technical, it's not pattern making. You are a part of pattern making, and you have also to develop a small collection to show that you know to do a garment for the exam at the end. But nevertheless, you have a lot of explanation courses, so you have to speak good French.
Right. Yeah. What would be the requirement of graduation?
Okay. For first and second year, at the end of second year, you have a level 5 in Europe. Do you know level 5? It's bac +2. And the third year correspond in level 6. We are now waiting for the government, and it will be a level 6. It's like licensing. And for the new program, it's for the moment no certification, because in France, to get a certification, you have to develop your program 3 years before. Those I explain you because it's something else in France as in your country. In France, the certification is given by a special organization which depends of the states of France, and it's something you have to compare to the other country. So, for example, somebody who has done a level 6 in France, if he wants to continue in the States, he can do a master level licensing. But it's not called licensing, it's called comparability licensing level 6. And if you want to go in another school, for example, Saint Martin School in London, you will begin a master in London. It's very special in France.
Right. Now, what I'm asking is, does the student has to prepare a personal show or personal performance showcase of their works before graduation? For example, if they are specialized in the third year as a product development manager, they must probably join a project or any proposal, like a real proposal,
In the third year,
to show how he or she start from design, creation, all the way to the final result or final product, or the final distribution. Should students show this procedure or show the works or the projects before graduation?
So in the third year, they will prepare, they will realize something you show the you saw the photos they have done. They have to do their own model
Mhm.
in the third year, and in the new program for manager product developer, it's a very small collection to do.
Right.
And they have to do also how to say a dossier about commercialization and management and everything.
Mhm.
But they don't do a big collection. They do some model. They have they develop in their head. They imagine.
Right.
It's their own model.
And in the third year, technical fashion design, creative design, we ask them to take photos of their model and make a lookbook.
And the video.
Something like your portfolio for their
Yes,
job.
exactly.
I think that's everything we have for today's session. At the very end, Amandine, would you mind to going back to the last page with the contact information of ICB? Just have the our audience to probably write it down or take a photo so they can find out who to reach if they have any questions or inquiries during their preparation for application. Yeah, so we have the basically the email here on the screen. Please feel free to contact the school, ICB. If you're interested in any program with ICB, definitely you can provide your background. What would be your interest? What would you like to plan for your future study? So I think for ICB officer may give you advice that more practically based on your plan and requirements. So last but not least, let's show our appreciation for Amandine, Christine, and Miss Yoshida to coming today at your site and introduce the program for us for Taiwanese students. Thank you so much.
Thank you. May I add something?
Sure,
Because
please.
we don't spoke of that as a professional. You know, we work and we have as partner, and they are coming at AICP to improve their competencies. The companies are the Chanel or Yves Saint Laurent, or with everybody is coming at AICP. So they are coming for them, but they also like our student as internship. And what we know that all the companies here in France, they like very much students from Asia and from Taiwan too. They have a lot of success in the companies. So it's important for you to know and for the students.
Of course. If you are aiming for any international brand, especially in fashion industry, you definitely have to take this into consideration since ICB is really foundational and very essential in the fashion industry here.
Yes, yes.
All right. So probably Christine, would you like to give like say, not just for Taiwanese student, for international student to be prepared themselves before they enter AICP?
Yes, what you have to know, it's to be very open, curious, open mind, and speak French.
Yes, very important.
Who will like French style?
Of course, I think this is also another way to experience will be the French fashion. If you don't
Yeah,
understand language, there be some spirit in the language which you might miss.
exactly, exactly. And they will know that it's Paris is a very cultural town with a lot of exposition. At this moment, for example, there is a lot of exposition about Vogue, about Thierry Mugler, about Martin Margiela in Paris. So it's really a town for fashion.
Of course. All right, so let's last goodbye and farewell from our speaker here. Thank you for coming and thank you for showing us. you.